Hello students, today I am going to start chapter 5 Should Wizard Hit Mommy of your book Vistas, author John Updike. Now, John Updike was an American novelist, poet, short story writer, art and literary critic. His famous work is his Rabbit series. Updike has a style which is rich and unusual, and he describes the physical world in a realist tradition. The main theme of this story is the relation of children with their parents. Children fantasies and the messages of stories they bring with them affect children and sometimes make them critical. The main characters in the story are Jack. He is the protagonist of the story. Protagonist means main hero. He is a married man. Wife Claire, she is pregnant. They have a 4-year-old daughter, Jo, and a 2-year-old son, Bobby. Jo, she is Jack and Claire's 4-year-old daughter. She is a growing girl and she's growing. She has begun to contradict the thing. Another is Roger Skunk. Roger Skunk is the protagonist of the story that Jax narrates to Joe. He is bullied for his foul skunk smell. He wants nothing more than to play with other animals. Now, the story deals with certain moral issues and with the adult complexes that clash with childish innocence. Father tells Jack Father Jack tells stories to his daughter Jo, influenced by his own childhood experiences, failures, and complexes. On the other hand, his daughter lives in her own world of fantasy and doesn't want to come out of it. She feels the pain of being rejected by the playmates when Roger Skunk is rejected due to his bad smell. The story highlights the point that the children also have their egos, identities, views, attitude. The ending of the story also highlights the fact that the children must understand that one accept one's identity and gracefully accept the way we are created by God. So this is the highlight of the story that author has told us that children must understand that one must accept one's identity and gracefully accept the way we are created by God. The there is a story within a story also, and John Updike brings home the idea that the children have their own identity, views, and attitudes. Once a child is able to express himself or herself, one shouldn't brush aside his queries, suggestions, and opinion. The author has one another message to convey that we should honor, value, and accept all creatures, high or low. So, here is a story about the worldview of a little child and the difficult moral questions she raises during the story session with her father. So, daughter Jo, she raised one moral question to her father. So, in the evenings and for Saturday naps like today's, Jack told his daughter Jo a story out of his head. This custom began when she was 2 and itself now nearly 2 years old, and his head felt empty. Now, in the evenings and for Saturday naps, nap is the short sleep. So, evening time, Saturday time, they like today's, Jack is saying that Jack told his daughter Jo a story out of his head. It was the routine of Jack to tell a story to Jo whenever there was Saturday. This custom began when she was 2. When she was 2 years old, this custom was there that he used to tell the stories. Now itself, now nearly she was 2 years old. Now his head felt empty. Head felt empty means that continuously telling story, now his head was totally empty and he was exhausted mentally. Each new story was a slight variation of a basic tale. There was one plot storyline of each for the each one story. He has made one plot line, and in which he fits the different characters and their problem. So each new story was a slight variation of a basic tale. Variation means a difference. So he do little differences in a story, and then he create one problem, and then he begin his story. So each new story was a slight variation of a basic tale as small creature usually named Roger. Roger Fish, Roger Squirrel, Roger Chipmunk. So always there was a name of the creature was Roger. So and when he used to tell the story, he used various creatures, sometimes fish, sometimes squirrel, and sometimes chipmunk. Chipmunk is the North American squirrel, and had some problem, went with it to the wise old owl. So after the problem, where the person has to go? To the wise old owl. Then the owl told him to go to the wizard, and the wizard performed a magic spell that solved the problem. So this was the basic storyline in which the character is changed and the problem is changed. So after that, the owl suggested him to go to the wizard. Wizard is the one who casts the magic. So he performed a magic spell that solved the problem, and in turn demands in payment a number of pennies. Pennies are the coins greater than the number that Roger creature had. But in the same breath, directing the animal to a place where the extra pennies could be found. Then Roger was so happy he played many games with other creatures and went home to his mother just in time to hear the train whistle that brought his daddy home from Boston. So this is the basic storyline that problem is solved. He casts some magic spell, and then he played with his friends, and then he goes back to his home where mother cooked the food for him, and then father father came back home from Boston from the train, and then Jack described their supper, and this is also something important, that Jack used to describe the supper, and the story was over. So this is how every day he used to tell the story to his daughter. The story was over means that this is the routine storytelling activity with same format, only characters were changed. Format, or you can say plot or storyline. Now, working his way through the scheme was especially fatiguing on Saturday. He says working his way through the scheme. So this in this way, this the storyline which he used to say every day. Now, day by day, it was fatiguing. Fatiguing means tiring one on Saturday, because Joe never fell asleep in naps anymore, and knowing this made the ride seem futile. Now, Joe never feels asleep in naps. Now Joe was growing up, and she never sleeps in nap. And knowing this made the rite seem futile. So knowing this made the rite is like a custom or a tradition. So now it was now futile. Futile means useless. Now she was no more sleeping in naps, and this was day by day the thing was increasing. Now she was not sleeping, and her queries and questions were also increasing day by day. The little girl, not so little anymore. Now he says, the author says, the little girl who is not so little anymore. So the bumps her feet made the covers were halfway down the bed, and the big double bed that they let her be in for naps when she was sick. So the little girl, now who was not little anymore, the bumps her feet made the covers were halfway down the bed. Now bumps is like bounced, or she has grown so big that her big legs stretched out halfway down the bed when she was sitting to listen the story. So uh, the little girl had at last arranged herself from the way her fat face deep in the pillow shone in the sunlight, sifting through the drawn shades. It did not seem fantastic that some magic would occur and she would take a nap like an infant of 2. So father was thinking that when she will take a nap, because uh, in the pillow shown in the sunlight shifting to the drawn shades, light was coming from the shade, and it did not seem fantastic that some magic will occur. She is not going to sleep from her appearances look like that she was very curious to listen the story, and she will also not take a nap like a 2-year-old child now. As her brother Bobby was 2 and already sleep with his bottle, Jack asked, who shall the story be about today? So Jack asked that, who shall be the story? What do you want to listen today? And she said Roger, because it was the routine and she knew the custom that father will now use to tell the name of the character will be Roger. So she said, okay, I will listen the story of Roger. Jo squeezed her eyes shut and smiled to be thinking she was thinking. Her eyes opened. Her mother's blue skunk, she said firmly. So Jo was thinking that today which creature I should tell my father to listen the story, and she thought, and then she told that, okay, skunk, I want to listen the story of creature skunk, and now the name of the hero or protagonist of the story will be Roger Skunk. Skunk is like a cat-sized American mammal who is having very foul smell. So the basic thing about skunk is that he's having a very bad smell. Now this is how the problem arises, that what happens when he's having a bad smell. A new animal. They must talk about skunks at nursery school. So Jack was thinking that they might be, she had learned from the school. Having a fresh hero momentarily stirred Jack to create creative enthusiasm. So Jack was little excited because today new hero was there in the story. Stirred Jack to creative enthusiasm. Stirred means inspired. Jack was inspired to something new storyline, and inspiration was there. All right, he said, once upon a time, as usual when we begin the story, once upon a time in the deep dark woods, there was a tiny little creature by the name Roger Skunk. So he says that once upon a time, there was one creature named Roger Skunk, and he smelled very bad. And he says that the smell of that creature is very bad. So, yes, Jo said, so he smelled so bad that none of the other woodland creatures would play with him. So he says that yes, he smelled so bad. Now the smell of that the smell of the Roger skunk was so foul smell. Foul means unpleasant smell. He smelled so bad that none of the other little woodland creatures would play with them. So this was the problem, that he smelled so bad that no other creature play with him. Woodland creature means the creatures of the jungle. Jo looked at him solemnly. Solemnly means very seriously and with sincerity. She hadn't foreseen this. She had never listened to such type of problem, that a creature can smell so bad also. Whenever he would go out to play, Whenever he would go out to play, Jack continued with jest and remembering certain humiliations of his own childhood. So, whenever he would go out to play, Jack continued uh, with jest, remembering certain humiliations of his own childhood. So, whenever Jack was telling the story, now what he used to do, he used to tell his own childhood stories. Means own childhood story means sometime you are having many experiences when you are a child. So sometime he tried to create that insert that problem into the story, and then tried to guide Joe in through that story, that if whatever he has experienced, my daughter should not. So this way, sometime he share his own experiences in the story. So whenever he would go out to play, Jack continued with jest, remembering certain humiliations of his own childhood. So whenever he would go out to play, Jack continued with jest. Jest is enthusiasm, remembering certain humiliations of his own childhood. Humiliation means sort of, sometimes sort of insults, and where sometimes some embarrassing moments are there when you're a child. Many times it happens. So he tried to share with her daughter through the story. All the tiny, all the other tiny animals would cry, "Oh, oh, here comes Roger Stinky Skunk." So whenever he goes out for playing, so all other creatures say, "Oh, Roger Stinky Skunk has come." Stinky means the one who is having bad smell, foul smell. And they would run away, and Roger Skunk would stand there all alone, and two little round tears would fall from his eyes. So Roger Skunk stand all there, all alone there, and two little um, tears fall from his eyes. The corners of Joe's mouth drooped down and her lower lip bent forward as he traced with the forefinger along the side of her nose the course of Roger Skunk's tears. So the corners of Joe's mouth drooped down and her lower lip bent forward. Droop down means like when you are continuously sitting in a pause, and her mouth, and drooped down her lower lip bent forward. That means she, as she was listening, she was bending forward, bending downwards as he traced with the forefinger along the side of her nose the course of one Roger Skunk tears. "Won't he see the owl?" she asked in a high and faintly roughened voice. Now Joe was so used to, habitual of listening the story, she knows what will happen next. So she was very curious and enthusiastic, and she said, "Okay, fine." She had heard the problem that once upon a time this was there, and having the problem. So next she said, "Okay, won't he see the owl?" she asked in a high and faintly roughened voice. Sitting on the bed beside her, Jack felt the covers tug as her legs switched tensely. So, sitting on the bed beside her, Jack felt the covers tug. Tug means to pull harder suddenly, because his aim was to make her sleep. So, he just uh, pulled hard the sheet round her as her legs twitched tensely. She was so excited that her legs switched tensely, means unable to relax because of nervousness. She was so excited. She was due to anxiety. Her legs came out. He was pleased. Uh, he was pleased with this moment. He was telling her something true, and he was that day very pleased because he was telling her something true, something she must know, and had no wish to hurry on. And he says something she must know, and he was having no hurry to, means move on, because he wants to tell her something which he has gone through. But downstairs a chair scrapped. As he was about to tell the story next, in the meantime, downstairs a chair scrapped. Scrapped means moving a sharp object along, across a surface, means dragging. As he realized he must get down to help Claire paint the living room woodwork, and he told his wife that, I'm just coming, to I will come fast, tell the story to Joe, and then we will together do this paint work, woodwork. So, well, he walked along very sadly and came to a very big tree. And in the tip top of the tree was an enormous wise old owl. So he began his story, and he said that that creature reached one big tree, and in the tip top, that on the top of the tree was an enormous wise old owl. A huge owl was there. "Good, Mr. Owl," Roger Skunk said, "now all the little animals run away from me." So problem was that all the little animals run away from me because I smell so bad. This was the problem, because skunk was the age of Joe, and that's why Joe was very excited that what will happen next. So that the problem was that nobody was playing with him. So you do, the owl said, "very, very bad." "What can I do?" Roger Skunk said, and he cried very hard. So he said that, "So you do," the owl said, "very, very bad." "What can I do?" Roger Skunk said, and he cried very hard. The wizard, Joe shouted and sat right up, and little golden books spilled from the bed. So when he told the problem to Owl, to Joe, she started shouting with the wizard, and she sat. So because now she knows that what will happen next, Owl will give the suggestion that go to the wizard, and a little golden book spilled from the bed, and in the sidewise one book was there that spilled from the bed. Spill means to fall from the edge. Now Joe, Daddy is telling the story. Do you want to tell Daddy the story? Now, Joe felt very bad. Jack felt very bad and he told Joe that I'm telling you the story, and do you want me to tell the story or no? Why you are interrupting? Because when somebody is speaking and one person is interrupting again and again, the person feel very bad, and another thing that it was his story and you don't want any interruption in that. No, you me, then lie down and be sleepy. Her head relapsed onto the pillow and she said, out of your head. So her head relapsed. Relapsed means slid back onto the pillow, and she said, out of your head. Well, the owl thought and thought. At last he said, why don't you get to see the wizard? So he was like, when you listen the story, na, there are sort of variations, that there some dramatic effect is there. So he was doing that. So at last he said, why don't you go to see the wizard? So Daddy, again, Joe interrupted in between. He said, what? Are magic spell real? Now, this was something happening first time, that now Joe is asking the questions again, and she was having many queries as small children are having. Even when we are big, also then also we are having, and we should not stop asking. Also, if queries are there, doubts are there, we should always ask. Okay, so she asked in between only that, Daddy, are magic spells real? This was a new phase. Just as last month, a reality phase. Now, Jack was saying this was something new happening in the life. Joe was going through a new phase. And what was that new phase? When he told her spiders eat bugs, one day he was telling her, so she turned to her mother and asked, do they really? And when Claire told her God was in the sky and all around them, she turned to her father and insisted, with a sly yet eager smile, is he really? So this is how, whenever she was having a query or this, she used to move to their parents and ask them, okay, this happens actually. So having lots of queries, being a child, these are the childhood innocence queries she was having. So when Joe asked if the magic spell that the wizards used were real, when Joe asked this question, Jack realized that Joe was coming into the reality phase and had started asking questions about the things and her parents used to tell her. She no longer believed her parents blindly and was curious about everything that was told to her. Means she was not blindly just believing the parents, and she used to ask, okay, is this real, this thing happened? And with a sly yet eager smile, sly means like cunningly she asked, means very smartly she used to ask the thing. They are real in stories, Jack answered curtly. Curtly means brief in speech and abruptly, very very quickly he says that, okay, they are uh, real in stories. She had made him miss a beat in the narrative. The flow of the story uh, was missed because he was telling in the flow the story, the problem was there. So the owl said, go through the dark woods under the apple tree into the swamp over the creek. Then the owl given the suggestion, the way he was giving the indication that you go through the dark woods. Woods are like jungle. Okay, under the apple tree into the swamp over the creek. Swamp is the area which is full of water. Over the creek. Creek is a small river. He says, this is the location, you go there and there you will meet wizard. A little river over the creek and there will be wizard's house. So one river will be there and there will be wizard's house, and that's the way Roger Skunk went. So that's the way, followed the instructions of the owl, and Roger Skunk went. Pretty soon he came to a little white house and he rapped on the door. Rap means knock on the door. Jack rapped on the windowsill. Jack rapped on the windowsill like he Jack felt very happy to give the dramatic effects within the story. So when he has to knock, he started knocking at the windowsill, and under the covers, Joe's tall figure clenched in an infantile thrill. And when he knocked at the windowsill, so Jack was again out of the covers, and her tall figure clenched. Clenched means like now you are very close to something and in an infantile thrill. Infantile means childish one. And then a little tiny man came out with a long white beard and a pointed blue hat and said, this is the appearance of wizard. A tiny little man came out with a long white beard and pointed blue hat and said, ah, what you want? You smell awful. So this was the favorite dramatic effect of Jack. He used to tell to whenever he used to tell the story to Joe, this was his favorite dramatic effect. He used to speak like this in the sound of wizard. So what you want? You smell awful. The wizard's voice was one of Jack's favorite effects. He did it by scrunching up his face and somehow winning through his eyes, which felt for the several rheumy. He felt being an old man suited him. So he asked, what is and what you want? And you smell very bad. The wizard was one of Jack's own favorite effects. You know, I have underlined this line because whenever the question is asked about the storyline or plot or the art of telling the story of the Jack, so this line is important that we have to add this point is important that he used the voice one of Jack's favorite effect. He did it by scrunching up his face. Scrunching means when you make a loud crunching noise and somehow winning through his eyes. Winning means like a long high pitched voice which felt for the interval rheumy. Rheumy means it's a sort of like a problem is there in the eyes when watery discharges from eyes, and he felt being an old man suited him. He always felt very happy that this old man suits me very much. So I know it, Roger Skunk said, and all the little animals ran away from me. The numerous wise owl said you could help me. So Roger Skunk said that all the little animals ran away from me, and the numerous wise owl said that you could help me. Ah, well, maybe, come on in, don't get too close. And he said, okay, you can come in, but don't come so closer to me because you smell very awful. And inside Joe, there was all these magic things, all jumbled together in a big dusty heap because the wizard did not have any cleaning lady. Now, uh, Jack wants to make Joe realize something of the daily routine also, that importance of cleanliness also. He's also very dirty, not clean, things are all jumbled up. So why? Because he was not having any cleaning lady. So why? Because he was a wizard. She said why he was not having a cleaning lady. So he said that why? Because he's a wizard. Okay, he was a wizard and a very old man. Will he die? So again she asks the question in between. Will he die? No, wizards don't die. Well, rummaged around and found an old stick called Magic Wand and asked Roger Skunk what he wanted to smell like. And then he rummaged means searching for something around and found an old stick called a magic wand. Wand is a stick which these wizards used to have, that one small stick and a star over there, and asked Roger Skunk what he wanted to smell like. And he said, what is your choice? What do you smell like? Roger thought and said, he was thinking and said, which smell I should say him? And he said, quickly said, roses. Yes, good. Joe said, smugly. Joe was very now getting very closer to the character of Skunk because she was feeling very bad that nobody is playing with him. This is like a childish affection with Roger Skunk. She's engrossed into the character. Joe said yes, very good. Smugly means feeling pleased. Jack fixed her with a trance-like gaze and chanted in the wizard's elderly, irritable voice. So Jack continuously looked at her and with a trance-like gaze. Trance means like in a half conscious state when you hypnotize someone, looking at someone continuously, gaze, like in a like we hypnotize someone and chanted in Wizard's elderly irritable voice. Chanted means when you shout repeatedly in a sing-song tone, like a mantra. In a Wizard's elderly irritable tone, abracadabra, hocus poo, Roger Skunk, how do you do? Roger Boses, full and ear, Roger Skunk, you never fear, and bingo, and the magic spell happened. He paused as a rapt expression widened out from his daughter's nostrils. So he paused as a rapt expression. Rapt means engrossed expression of the Jove. She was so involved looking at the way he chanted and everything. And expression was widened, eyes were widened from his daughter's nostrils and forcing her eyebrows up and her lower down lip in a wide, noiseless grin, an expression in which Jack was startled to recognize his wife feigning pleasure at cocktail parties. Now, um, this was the expression of Joe, that engrossed expression widened out from his daughter's nostril, forcing her eyebrows up and her lower lip down in a wide, noiseless grin, like smiling broadly. Why? Because she was happy, because his smell was changed. An expression in which Jack was startled. Jack was shocked to recognize his wife feigning pleasure at cocktail parties. The expression was the same expression which his wife used to give when they are at cocktail parties. Feigning means pretending one, show off one. Artificial expression was there. The same expression was on the Joe face. And all of a sudden, he whispered, the whole inside of the wizard's house was full of the smell of roses, roses. Rogerfish cried, and the wizard said, very cranky, that will be 7 pennies. So everywhere smell of rose were there. Rogerfish cried. The wizard said, very cranky. Cranky means in a very bad temper. That will be 7 pennies. So when he asked, na, the storyline always this only, that after casting the spell, he used to ask for the money, pennies. So in between again, Joe interrupted. Daddy, he said, what? Roger Skunk, you said Roger Fish. He said, when sometimes we speak in flow, slip of tongue is there, you know. So Roger Skunk, you said Roger Fish. You said, yes, skunk is there. You said Roger Fish. Wasn't that silly? Now, because Joe was feeling very happy, I caught my father today. And she said, you said Roger Fish now. Wasn't that silly? He said, very silly of your stupid old daddy. Where was I? Well, about the pennies. So very quickly, Jack tried to overcome that thing. Yeah, that is very silly of your stupid old daddy. So say it. Okay, Roger Skunk said, but all I have is 4 pennies. And he began to cry. So Joe made the crying face again, but this time without a trace of sincerity. So he said, okay, all I have is 4 pennies, and he began to cry. He said, okay, I'm not having money, and started crying. So Joe also given that expression only, that, oh, poor one, he's not having money. So she also made that expression, but this time without a trace of sincerity. She was making faces, but she know that what will happen next. He will give the suggestion, go and take a round of that pond, and you will get the remaining 3 coins. You know what will happen next. So she was not worried. This annoyed Jack, because Joe was knowing now everything. So Jack was feeling annoyed that she is not so much attentive. Downstairs, some more furniture rumbled. As the story was going on, in the meantime, Claire, his wife, started doing the work, and downstairs, some more furniture rumbled. Rumble means deep rolling sound was there, and Claire shouldn't move heavy things as she was 6 months pregnant. It would be their third. So it would be their third. So he said, this is our third child, and Claire should not do such thing. So the wizard said, oh, very well, go to the end of the lane and turn around 3 times and look down the magic well, and there you will find 3 pennies. So uh, as usual, Jack suggested that fine. So you just go and turn around 3 times and look down the magic well, and there you will find 3 pennies. Hurry up. So Roger Skunk went to the end of the lane and turned around 3 times, and there in the magic well were 3 pennies. So he took them back to the wizard and was very happy and ran out in the woods, and all the other little animals gathered around him because he smelled so good. So we will read till here only, and we will continue the remaining part of the chapter in the next part. Till then, thank you.